Welcome to the football den. I'm happy to be back. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What y'all been up to? Ain't seen y'all in a minute. I'm happy to do this pod. I think the last pod I did was actually last Thursday. So it's been a week since I haven't done the pod. I'm sorry, y'all. Cuss me out. Do what you got to do, bro. Hold me accountable. I should be doing this every day, giving y'all the content and breaking down some of the news that's going on in football right now. Mostly NFL. I'm gonna start giving y'all some college takes. Just give me to the next pod, next episode. Next episode, I got y'all. But right now, today, we're gonna strictly just do NFL. And it's gonna be a quick pod. It's not gonna be a long pod. It's gonna be really a short episode today because we're gonna get through these topics because we got Thursday night football. That's in an hour or two. And we gotta watch that Giants and Philly game. But we're gonna preview that game. I'm gonna give you my prediction of the game. But we got some great topics to talk about. We gotta talk about Johnathan Gannon holding his player accountable goes wrong because you hold your player accountable. Now all these former athletes is proven and showing why everybody called the league soft because they all have these soft ass takes. We're going to get into Joe Flacco going to Cincy and what's that mean for Cincinnati. Also, what that means for Cleveland. We're not going to go too hard on what it means for Cleveland, but we are because we understand what's going on right there. But we're going to get into why Cincy did trade for Joe Flacco and what's the issue. Then we got to get into the only team that's winless, which is the New York Jets. I'm not shocked, but we're going to talk about their issues and their problems, which they can be fixed. Their problems can be fixed, but we're going to talk about that. And also, like I told you, to close out Thursday Night Football on Amazon. Make sure y'all watch it, 8:15, 8:30. New York Giants travel to Philly to go against the Philadelphia Eagles. So we're going to break that down. But before we get started, make sure y'all just like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to It Be Like That. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the TikToks, the Instagrams, everything, because I'm put all that content, clips, shorts, and all that on all those platforms. Make you support, subscribe. Make sure you also comment too. You know what I'm saying? Like and comment. If you disagree, let me know. If you agree, let me know. I appreciate it all, bro. Because I don't want everybody to agree with me. Because you might say something that I didn't even think about. Because you disagree with me, you might say, "Then you forgetting this," and I'm like, "Okay, I didn't think about that." And I might change my opinion based on the new facts. So just give anything that I say that you disagree with or you agree with. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I like that, and I love to engage with the audience and the fans. So I appreciate y'all for that. But without further ado, let's get into this first topic. Like I said, it's gonna be a short pod, but let's get into this first topic. First topic of the day, bro. We gotta get into this Johnathan Gannon. And I forgot the running back name. He has a long name, so I'm not gonna pronounce him. But we're gonna call him RB3 because he was the RB3 technically. But if you didn't watch the Arizona and Titans game, Titans came back and won off of a pick, turned fumble to a touchdown. That's crazy. But besides the game, that's not even the biggest news. The biggest news is Johnathan Gannon hit one of his players. Unacceptable. And it's just like, so you can't even discipline or hold your players accountable, even though he wasn't even doing none of that. But it's just sad how you get this fake, weird outrage. And all it does, it just prove people point how soft the NFL is. When you got all these former players coming out saying shit about what's going on, they prove that NFL is soft because they soft. Or they have a soft take. Let me not say they soft, but they have a soft take. Johnathan Gannon, the running back, finna score a touchdown, bust through the line, one of the easiest touchdowns you can have. Taking it down there, he decides to jog, to slow down while he get into the red zone instead of running through the red zone like he had a track meet. And the ball comes out and he drops the ball before he goes in the end zone. Touchback. No touchdown. Him, knowing he screwed up, he's sad. He like, damn, bro. Damn, bro. Why I do that, bro? Why? Damn, Deshaun Jackson. Damn. He's sad. He go to the sideline, and Rich Gannon does what all coaches do. It's not always filmed. Hey, you messed up, but look, you're still our guy. You're still one of our guys. You're a key factor that's gonna help this team win and help us win in the future. Keep your head up, and when your name is called to make another play, make the play and finish it. And hit them like this. Because, bro, you're in the moment, bro. The adrenaline is up, bro. Everybody's emotional you're going through the ups and downs of the game. Johnathan Gannon just trying to be passionate about the game that he loves, and he hit the dude. Boom. Nobody complained on Arizona Cardinals. Nobody complained. But fans who are soft, that has made the game soft, and former players who this new era of the new media, y'all are trash, bro. Anybody that has something to say against Johnathan Gannon hitting that man, you're soft and you're trash. James Harrison, I respect you. For you to sit there on your podcast and say he would have been in the hospital, that's some BS, bro. Grow up. Grow up. If you would have did that and the coach come to you and say, come on, you gonna punch Mike Tomlin? No, you would not have. Because you understood his intentions were pure. You understood his intentions was to get you back in the mind frame of you're still in the game. Yes, you messed up, but you can overcome this. Next time your name is called, make a play. He didn't hit dude and say, go sit your butt down. You're not playing no more. Like on some Bill Parcells, old school coaches might have done to him. He didn't do that. It was really some words of encouragement, but it was just a little more passion, some regression to it because the nigga, bro, they could have won the game. That would have won the game. They could have wrapped the game up with that touchdown. For him to drop that ball for going in the end zone, his priorities messed up. You were more about celebrating than scoring a touchdown. But for all these former Jeff Saturday, he was a coach, bro. You and Peyton Manning used to do this. What are you talking about? It's unacceptable. All these guys saying it's unacceptable, you're just corny to me, bro. You're corny. And you're the reason why the league is so soft now. And I'm just sorry. And this including James Harrison. That was a soft take, James. That was a soft take. Stop it. Stop it. You can't tell Mike Tomlin never smacked you in the head. Like, let's go. Let's get ready. You'll be okay. But when Rich Gannon does it, and just because he kind of missed the shoulder pad, hit dude in the arm, you trying to make it like it's malicious. No, it's not, bro. Why do y'all try to push these lame narratives, bro, on people? All the new media does is push lame narratives on people, bro. That's all they do. When they come to Shador get mistreated. Dylan Gabriel ain't that good. He always hating on Dylan Gabriel. Now we got this situation. Rich Gannon hitting the players. Shout out to two dudes who I always get on for jock sniffing Dion and Shador, Shannon Sharp and Chad Josenko. Shout out to them. Because they're one of the few people that's coming out saying, nah, bro. Rich Gannon, he should have did that. I mean, Johnathan, my bad is calling you Rich Gannon. I'm thinking about the quarterback. Johnathan Gannon should have did that. He should have did more. He should have sat his butt down. But he wasn't trying to be malicious hitting that dude. But everybody trying to make it like, oh, Johnathan Gannon hit him for real. He hit him for real. No, he did not, bro. He did not. Watching that altercation, even was not even an altercation to me. It probably was more of a passionate conversation, you ask me. I can't even read nobody's lips. But based on the body language, Buddy was that he felt like he let his teammates down, which he did. He's coming to the sideline. You got one of the guys trying to cheer him up, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get him back right. Like, come on, keep your head in the game. The game's still going. We still got time left, and the game ain't over. And Rich Gannon comes over there. Jay Gannon, I'm calling him Jay Gannon. I keep calling him Rich. And Jay Gannon comes over there and say, hey, yes, you messed up. He probably didn't say that. But look, you still going to play. Your name's still going to get called to make a play. So when you get your name, get called again, you get another opportunity, take advantage of it and don't mess up again and overcome, bro. Overcome. Overcome the situation that you just had and make it into a better situation with you either scoring another touchdown if you run the ball again or catch a touchdown if Kyler Murray throw you the ball. But your name's going to get called again. Keep your head in the game. Let's go. Come on. Trying to fire him up. Trying to hit him. Come on. Every coach done did that. High school, college, NFL still do it. All these coaches still do that. But now we want to have this fake outrage. Fake outrage because he missed his shoulder pad, hit his arm, because he missed him. That means he really tried to hit him for real. Stop it, man. Y'all got to stop it. Jay Gannon ain't no bad dude. He wasn't trying to be malicious. He wasn't trying to hurt dude. He wasn't thinking, oh, I'm your boss. I can put my hands on you. It wasn't none of that. All it was a coach going to his player, holding him accountable and telling them, look, we're not giving up on you. Keep your head up. And like I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. When your name get called, make a play. Erase what happened by making another play. If you want to change what happened And you don't want people to worry about that, what you just did, the touchback. When you get another opportunity, you score a touchdown, make a big play. Do that. And nobody will care about what you just did with dropping the ball for you going in the end zone. Nobody would care. That's all that was, bro. But we love to blow everything out of proportion, bro, because we love narratives. We love narratives. Jay Gannon didn't do nothing wrong. And anybody up here saying he did something wrong, you're weird, bro. And to be honest with you, bro, you're the reason why society's so soft now, bro. A lot of you do just don't need no mic in your face, bro. You're soft. You're soft, bro. If you think Jay Gannon wrong for what he did, bro, you're soft in my eyes. I'm sorry. I don't care if you play football for 15, 20 years. You're soft to me. We see this all the time. That's normal, bro. What happened? That's normal. That's a coach trying to uplift his player who's down right now because he messed up. That's all that was, bro. It's that simple. But you always got all these people always got to push narratives, bro, for views instead of just being honest. That's all the new media is today. Everybody just pushing out fake narratives, bro. Fake narratives. But besides that, instead of Arizona Cardinals, the organization, having their head coaches back, they turn their back on their head coach and fine him. Basically what you're saying, what he did was wrong when it wasn't. Arizona, whoever the owner, please sell the team, bro. You're weak. You're a weak owner. You're no Jerry Jones, bro. You're weak. You don't deserve to have a team finding your head coach for trying to fire up his player. You're weak. Jay Gannon, you weak for apologizing. You didn't do nothing wrong. Stop letting the media make you believe you're doing stuff wrong when you know you're not wrong, bro. You know you wasn't malicious doing that. You know what your intentions were. So why are you trying to let other people tell you what your intentions were? Why are you trying to let other people tell you what's right from wrong? You're the head coach, bro. Why is the head coach worrying about what people who not even on the field saying? I don't care if they former players, nigga, talk at you at ESPN. Sit your ass down and talk at ESPN, bro. We on the field putting that real work in. Nobody's doing that. Jay Gannon looks soft. He's not a soft overall, but he looks soft backtracking and apologizing. Arizona Cardinals, the organization itself is soft. For you to find your head coach, you're not going to have your head coach back. If Brian Schottenheimer did that to a George Pickens, let's say he did that to one of the running backs, Javonte Williams, right? Javonte Williams finna score. He not paying attention. The dude hit the ball out because he not running through. He lining up. He's slowing down, trying to run through the end zone. So the running back comes, and the cornerback comes behind him, hit the ball out, touchback. Brian Schottenheimer comes to him. Hey, okay, look, you messed up. But we still got some football. It's some time left on the clock. We still got some football to play. Next time your name get called, make a play. Make a play. Erase what happened with making another big play. And this time actually finish. Come on. Who is Brian Schottenheimer hit his player? You know what Jerry Jones going to say? Brian Schottenheimer is a great coach, and all he's trying to do is get the best out of all the players. That's it. That's all Jerry Jones would have said. He's trying to do the best. Why would I find my coach? Because he want the kids to be better and be great. Because Jerry Jones not with that fugaziness, bro. A lot of y'all phony and fugazi, bro. Arizona Cardinal franchise as a whole, bro. You're phony. You're phony. I'm just sorry, bro. Please sell the team, bro. Please sell the team. Jay Gannon didn't do nothing wrong, bro. And to close it out, if you think he did something wrong, to me, you just soft, bro. And that's fine. You can be soft, but you're just soft to me. Just sorry. I don't care who you with. You could be 6'3", 300 pounds. D-line, you're soft. And you're the reason why the league is getting softer and softer every year. So Jay Gannon, bro, I got your back, bro. It's obviously the organization that pays you don't have your back. You the head coach of the franchise, and your own franchise that you work for don't have your back, bro, which is sad, bro, because they pandering to an audience that don't matter. So Arizona, bro, sell the team, bro, whoever the owner is, because you weak and you soft. Respectfully, you are. You're soft. Let's move on. If you don't know, now you know. My boy Joe Flacco, Joe F., just got traded within the division, within the AFC North, to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, like I said, I'm not going to do a real deep dive into what this means for Cleveland because you understand what it really means. Shedeur going to probably be number 2. Bailey Zappi, what's his name? Bailey Zappi is probably going to be the third emergency quarterback. And now you got 2 rookies and you got a third string and Bailey Zappi on the team. Hold on. And you got Bailey Zappi as your QB3. For Joe Flacco, my opinion on Joe Flacco is, even though Joe old, very old, I believe that with him with Cincinnati and those weapons, he's going to look better in Cincinnati's system than the Cleveland Browns system. I like Cleveland, but besides Jerry, you don't have no real wide receivers, man. They don't. They don't have no real dynamic wide receivers on the team, in my personal opinion. But I think when you have a Jamar Chase, a T. Higgins, Fant, Jajeski, what my name is? Jajeski, 88, Jermaine Burton, a couple of dogs over there. I think Joe Flacco, he's going to fare well with that group of skill positions than the skill position in Cleveland. I just don't see. Cleveland brought in Joe Flacco because they feel like they have a great defense. And they just bring in a quarterback with some experience. You know what I'm saying? They could actually galvanize the offense and make plays when needed. They could go to the playoffs. Cincinnati trying to save their season. Zach Taylor trying to save his job. He's not getting the pass because Jake Brown is somebody you drafted. And he's not panning out. He's terrible. Yes, Jamar Chase had a great game. Wide receivers, they can get blown out by 30. But if they got 8 catches, 100 for 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns, they don't even care. It feel like a win to them. They could beat a team by 30. But if they only got 2 catches for 30 yards and no touchdowns, it's like the world ended to them. They sad, they pouting, they acting like a diva. So wide receivers are a little different. If Cincinnati wants to save the season, you got to bring in something like Joe Flacco. I'm just sorry, bro. Joe going to give his guys a chance, bro. Jake Brown not giving nobody a chance. And Joe got a big arm, too. Now, Jake Brown is sad that he got benched. But that's your fault, though, bro. You got to play better. You had 3 games to show that you could be the backup quarterback and hold it down while Joe Burrow's gone. I mean, you had 3 games to show that you could be a starting quarterback and hold it down while Joe Burrow's gone. And you look terrible in all 3 games. You look terrible. You look terrible. So now, as a backup, that's your right place. Your right place is a backup. Joe Flacco, this is probably his last year. But if he can just make Cincinnati competitive, like I don't have Cincinnati going to the playoffs no more. I did before, but not now. But if they can just be competitive, I think Joe Flacco can help them at least be like, what, 7-10, 8-9, you know what I'm saying? 9-8, or miss the playoffs. Because I feel like the Steelers is probably going to win that division. If they don't, you got to fire Mike T. But Cincinnati, they're just trying to, when you're paying Jamar Chase 40 and you're paying T. Higgins like 28 to 30 mil, bro, you got to bring in a guy that can feed both of them. It's that simple. When you're paying wide receivers that much money, somebody got to throw them the ball. Somebody got to get them the ball. And that's why you're bringing in Joe Flacco. He has a big arm. He's great. He still can throw that thing deep. He's still very accurate when it comes to throwing the deep ball. So now you give Jamar a chance on them go routes. You know what I'm saying? The post routes. You give T. Higgins chances on the go routes and the post routes. So I think it's a great thing. This is a great trade, in my opinion, for Cincy. Now, will it pan out? We'll see. First start is against Green Bay. Joe Flacco only win of the season was against Green Bay, which was a shocker. So we'll see what he do. But Jake Brown, in my opinion, he's best as a backup, bro. He's best as a backup. I remember in 2023, he put on a nice little show while Joe was gone for the rest of the season. Joe, I think, tore his wrist up. He came out there, performed, had some big games against the Vikings and a couple other teams. But this year, I don't see that Browning from 2023. I just don't see it. So him getting benched, it had to happen, bro. It had to happen. Because you're going, like I keep telling you, you're going to piss off Jamar Chase. And you did. It took 2 games to piss him off. The Bronco game. He was mad. To the point he going to the head coach trying to talk to him. So if you want to calm your diva wide receivers down, you got to show them some hope that you can bring in somebody that can feed them the ball. And I think Joe can be that guy. So good thing for Cincy. Cleveland don't hurt nothing for them. You already benched Joe. So there's no use for him no more. You're going with the rookie Dylan Gabriel, who I feel like is going to pan down and be well. So you good. You know what I'm saying? Shadur move up or Bailey move up. Whoever gets it don't matter. It's Dylan Gabriel's time until further notice. So that's my thoughts on that. Like I said, good trade for Cincy. Hopefully 40-year-old Joe Flacco can do something, but we'll see, man. I believe in him, though. He got a nice arm, like I said, and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they're due for some great games with Joe Flacco. So that's that. Next topic, the New York Jets. See, when it comes to the New York Jets, bro, they're 0-5. I truly feel bad for them. They're 0-5. They haven't won no game. It's just that they can't get out their own way, man. They can't get out their own way. The Jets haven't made the playoffs since I was 10 years old, bro. They haven't made the playoffs since I was like 9 years old. 9, 10 years old. That's unacceptable. Rex Ryan, Mark Sanchez. By the way, Mark Sanchez just got locked up for assault. Why being stabbed? He got stabbed up and got locked up because he attacked the dude first. Rex Ryan on ESPN going off on people who say dumb stuff. That's how long it's been since they made the playoffs. That's sad, bro. And it's unacceptable. Now you're bringing in Aaron Glenn, Jet alumni, somebody they drafted he loves that franchise. He loves the city. You're bringing him in to try to give the city some hope. Like, okay, we got a guy that actually played here who's passionate about trying to make the team a successful team, trying to make the team into a winning team, make this organization to a winning organization, and you're 0-5. You got Justin Fields. All he can really do is run. I've been told y'all about Justin Fields, bro. I had to eat crow, bro. I thought Justin Fields was going to come in NFL and dominate, and I haven't seen that at all. He has games. First game against Pittsburgh, he looked good. But to me, bro, he can't hold that level of play week by week by week by week. He just can't. He hasn't done it at all. We haven't seen him do it. So when it comes to Justin Fields, he has to play better. Yes, we know you can run, but can you make all the throws to win these games, bro? Can you make these throws in critical moments to win the game? We haven't seen that. We've seen you run, but we haven't seen you sling that thing around to put your team in position to win. You just haven't done that yet. The defense. I like Steve Wilkins. But come on, Steve. Come on. Defense got to play better. Period, point blank. You got some dogs on that defense. Quinton Williams. You got some dogs on that defense. Come on. Jermaine Johnson. Sauce Gardner. Speaking of Sauce Gardner, you next too, Sauce. Come on, Sauce. Come on. They calling you for holding now. The stuff you was doing your rookie and your sophomore year in NFL, they calling that now. You can't do that now. So you got to come on. The Jets just problems as a team, bro. It just feel like they don't believe in themselves, bro. When you watch the Jets, they lose one game, it's like, it's like the world is over for them, for those guys. And when you're like that, bro, it's like, how can you win week by week? The Jets they've been bad for so long. They're at a point to where it's like, if they don't make the playoffs, it's just if they went, they're like if they lose a game, it's like, damn, we're not making the playoffs. They don't even have faith that they can bounce back the next game and rewrite their wrong. They can't do that or redeem themselves. They just don't. To me, I just don't see that within the organization, within the players at all. And they got some good weapons, bro. I like Garrett Wilson. I like Breece Hall. I'm a big fan of Quinn Williams and his brother Quincy. But they have to play better, bro. Because they got the piece. They got the young dogs to go out there and compete in the AFC East. They do. They should be able to compete against the Buffaloes, the Dolphins, and the Patriots. But right now, how the team look, how the team is constructed, I don't see that. I just don't see that, bro. Everybody has to play better and be better. Coaches got to be better, and the players got to be better. And if they can get Justin Fields to make better throws in the game, especially in critical moments, I think that'd be better. If the defense, especially the secondary stop holding Sauce Gardner, secondary stop holding, stop getting pass interference, they'll be decent. And then when it comes to the O-line got to start blocking, bro. How many years you gonna get this O-line, man? How many? Like, come on, bro. It's like we try to reinvent the O-line every year, and it's still the same dudes. It's still the same thing, bro. Same old dudes, bro, giving up sacks, bro. Got no time in the pocket. Plus, and you need time in the pocket. Justin Fields ain't that good, man. Yes, he can run like a big running back, but besides that, what has he done? 0-5. And I can't give him 100% to blame. But all 4 phases, all 3 phases, special teams, defense, offense, all have to be better if they want to win, bro. Now they're 0-5. I believe they're probably in the season or probably like a 5 and 12 team. They're gonna get 5 wins. I don't know about who they're gonna beat, but they're gonna get 5 wins. I just feel bad for Jets fans. Y'all have no hope. Just like I want Michael Penix to give us some hope, the Jets fans just want some hope too, bro. Bring in a quarterback or somebody that they can just be like, okay, we got hope now. It's hope. I have hope now that we can be successful. They don't have that. If Aaron Glenn's that, I hope he is. I'm praying that he is. I'm praying for my boy because I like Aaron Glenn. I like him as a coach. Even though, to be honest with you, him and Raheem Morris, they're both in the same bucket to where they were the elite assistant coaches. But I think they're great leaders. So that overshadows how great of a coach they are. Because we're like, the Lions defense was like always like top 15 or up, bro. And same thing with the Rams, bro. The Rams, they never had no number 1 defense with Raheem, but they're always in the middle of the pack and they make plays in critical moments. So you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? It has to do with coaching too. You know what I'm saying? Galvanizing, motivating the guys to go out there and make a play. So I give Raheem and I give Aaron Glenn that because they have that trait, that motivational trait. They're probably more motivational coaches than strategy coaches, in my opinion. But they just have to be better, bro. Overall, as an organization, they have to be better. And you got to draft a quarterback. I know Zach Wilson didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? They call that man the Mormon MILF hunter. That's hilarious. But you got to find somebody. You have to find somebody. Because if you don't, keep going 0-5 every year. 0-5, 0-5, 0-5, 0-5, 0-5, 0-5, 0-5, 0-5. But it's going to be 2040 still 0-5. And made the playoffs in 30 years. You don't want that. I know y'all don't want that. So, New York, y'all got to step it up. You know what I'm saying? The Jets got to step it up. And I believe they can. But the season over with for them. 5 losses. I'll be shocked if we're looking at week 10 or 11 and they're 5-5 or 6-5. I'll be shocked. So that's that. Like I said, the Jets' problems, they got to fix the quarterback, got to be more consistent, more accurate when it comes to throwing the ball. The defense has to be better. The secondary has to stop holding and getting calls on 3rd downs, not getting off the team, giving the team another 3 downs. Another 4 downs. And Sauce Gardner has to play better. They paying you about $20, $30 million. You got to play better. Period, point blank. O-line need to play better. They paying all y'all boys to play better. And if they can fix those issues, they'll be straight. So that's that. Moving on. Let me know y'all thoughts on all 3 topics. And let's close it out with Thursday Night Football, NFL, the New York Giants versus Philadelphia. A great NFC East game. Giants, who are 1-4, going against Philly, who are 4-1 after coming off a bad loss, a game that they felt like they should have won, they should have had, and they let Denver Broncos off the hook, letting them win that game. A Giants team that helped, that for a quarter like Jackson Dart he had his worst game. Second game, you're going to have struggles. He's a rookie. But the Giants should have beat the Saints, just like I feel like the Eagles should have beat the Denver Broncos, but it didn't happen. So we here now, 1-4, 1-4. Key factors of this game, I know I got to get in my key factors. Quarterback play. Let's see how Jackson Dart does against Vince Fangio defense. Jalen Hurts. Let's see how good he plays. Let's see how well he plays. Can he be consistent? Can he throw the ball around? Will we just see is him really running around and he only throw for 100-some yards? He's actually going to sling that thing around and give us about 230 and higher when it comes to passing yards. Another key factor, A.J. Brown, you got to get that boy the ball. Give him the ball, period, point blank. When it comes to the Giants, all the wide receivers on the team has to make a play. Mom, Key factors. Anybody on the Giants, come on. You got to make the quarterback life easier, bro. Make a play when the ball is given to you. You have to make a play. That's the running back and the wide receivers. Another thing, when it comes to the Eagles, you got to get Saquon going, man. Saquon's only averaging like 55 yards per game, bro. He's on pace to not even have over 1,000 yards, to barely hit 900, 908 to be exact. Come on, bro. Get that boy going. 6 rushes last game, and you was up majority of the game. 6 rushes. What are we doing? 6 rushes. You can get AJ involved and get Saquon involved, bro. So I don't want to hear that. There's no excuses. Give Saquon the ball and give AJ the ball. They're your best 2 players on offense, period, point blank. Smitty going to make play. He going to get mismatches and dominate. He going to get open. But the main 2 guys need that ball is AJ and Saquon. And 6 carries ain't going to do it for 30 yards. And 5 catches for 59 yards not going to do it for AJ, Ryan. I'm sorry, it's not. Get him in the ball and let that boy Saquon run that ball. So that's my thoughts on that. Overall, when it comes to coaching, Brian Daboll has to win this game. This is a must win for Brian Daboll. Philly can bounce back if they lose 2 in a row. Now, media-wise, it's going to be hard for them because more people are going to talk about the conflict between AJ and Jalen. But when it comes to everything else, though, Philly can bounce back. They're 4-2. You're not 4-3. You're not 4-4. Season's still young. You can't go down at 1-5 and you're in the hot seat and Brian Daboll. You can't. If you're Brian Daboll, you go 1-5, you're in the hot seat, you're asking to be fired. So this is a must win tonight. They have to win this game. They have to. Now, am I betting for them to win? No, I'm not. I'm going with Philly. Give me Philly. I think it's going to be a nice game. It's not going to be that much scoring. Give me Philly 24-20. Give me Philly 24-20. I think AJ should have a big night. Saquon, both of them will have big nights. I'm going to say that. I'm going to guess that. I think Jackson Dart, he might still struggle, but he's going to have flashes in the game of, okay, he's going to be a good quarterback for the long run for the Giants. And get that boy Scatterboo going. I know he fumbled last game, but let's keep getting him going. You drafted him for a reason. Get that man going. Get him and Singleton. Let him split some reps. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be running back by committee. Running back by committee, there's nothing wrong with it. The Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls doing that. 3 Super Bowls doing that. So there's nothing wrong with that. So Singletary and Scatterboo, anytime they get the ball, they got to make a play. Run that ball down Eagles' throat, then take advantage of the play action and sling that thing around. The Slayton and all them boys over there. Yeah, but the final score I got is 24-20 Philadelphia. They go to 5-1. Then Brian Daboll, he's the next day, a couple of days later, he's walking into the office. Hopefully his card worked because he might be fired. There's not a lot of teams that start 1-5 and make the playoffs, bro. Last team we see do that was the Chiefs in like 2016? No, 2017. That's the last time we seen that. So, y'all, I appreciate y'all. We concluding the podcast today, the show today. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me for 30 minutes. Like I told y'all, I wasn't going to be that long. Just want to get some topics out that I've heard everybody talking about. You know, once again, Arizona, please sell your team, bro. You're soft. Cincinnati, thank you. Joe Flacco is an upgrade. Jets fix those problems, and you should be decent. And like I say, Philly, don't let me down. Win this game. But if the Giants win the game, though, shout out to Jackson Dart. I'll be proud for him, too. Happy for him. We will be doing it Be Like That podcast, so be on the lookout for that. We got to do that. We haven't done that in a minute. I'm trying to get the guys together, but if they don't come, it's going to be solo, though. We got to talk about Diddy and some other stuff like that. Make sure you subscribe to all our platforms, TikTok, Instagram, X, and YouTube. Like I say, show love. If you don't like what I'm saying, let me know. If you do like what I'm saying, let me know. And we out, man. We'll see y'all later. I'm out. I'll see y'all later. I'm tripping.